Hello, my name is Matthew Fox, and I'm author of this book, The A.W.E Project, Reinventing Education, Reinventing the Human. So I've been working with adults in education for 29 years, and from the get-go I was trying to develop a new pedagogy that would allow adults to learn, not just in their heads, but through all their chakras, through our right and our left hemispheres of our brain. And I found that the key to it is creativity, what we call the art is meditation. When people can get into their imaginations and creativity, this is where things come together, the left and the right brain, our powers of analysis and our powers of intuition or mysticism. But recently I've been wondering, hey, this works so well with adults, why not try it on youth, and especially inner city youth, many of whom are really bored by what we're calling education today. And first of all, I want to acknowledge that this is where I'm at. I think that education is in need of a tremendous overhaul the world over. And I'm not alone in this. The Dalai Lama says education is in crisis the world over. Now, why is education in such a crisis? Well, because we're moving from a modern consciousness, a modern sense of the world, to a postmodern sense of the world. And it's a very different consciousness. The modern age was about one culture conquering other cultures. The postmodern age is about respecting the variety and, in fact, celebrating the diversity and the variety in many cultures. It's not about one culture dominating. And one problem we have, I think, is that education and all this emphasis on exams and tests is one idea of learning. And it's not the most exciting or the most fun. And it's certainly not that applicable to many people, especially young people who still have their imaginations alive. The education we're providing very often kills creativity. And I think creativity is at the heart of what it means to be human. Therefore, it's at the heart of what learning and education should be about. So this is not theory, this is practice. And for 2 years now, I've been working in Oakland, California, with a charter school that attracts a lot of kids who are kind of at the edge and bored with school, or dropping out or having dropped out and come back. And we've had some exciting results because what we're doing is we're inviting the kids to create movies or poetry around topics that are of interest to them, but use some of the material from this book of mine about what I call the 10 C's, which is a value system. It's about core values of creativity, compassion, contemplation, being able to calm the reptilian brain, chaos, the recognition of chaos and its role in our lives, cosmology, our place in the universe, courage, critical thinking, and so forth. And integrating compassion, integrating these values into whatever interest the young people have. The results have really been exciting. You can go to YouTube and go to the webpage that the kids have created called www.A.W.E.org, and you can see their work there. And it's beautiful. What comes out of these kids is amazing. And I would like to see this practice spread through all our schools, because I think it's the beginning of recognizing that the young people deserve a postmodern education. And that means, I think, beginning with creativity, not with exams. And once the kids get excited about learning again and find the joy of creativity and the joy of learning, then they can, and they will, ask questions. They will research that which interests them, and they'll ask the bigger questions about what's this algebra thing and who's Shakespeare and all this. But we got to begin where the youth are. And frankly, the youth in the present system are bored. It's almost as bad as church. And the problem is that we have these forms for the modern era, and we have to switch forms. It's not about different teachers and different books and different texts and different superintendents. It's about the kids get out of their desks and explore and find out what's cooking inside their minds and their brains and the wisdom that's there, because there's a lot of wisdom in these kids. Now, the A project stands for several things. First of all, awe, because awe, I think, is the beginning of wisdom. It's that which awakens us. But I also break awe down to ancestral wisdom education. Ancestral wisdom education. And that's why we call our project Yell Awe. It's about yelling awe, shouting awe, but out shouting ancestral wisdom education. And the yell part can also stand for Youth and Elder Learning Laboratory for ancestral wisdom education. So give this a try. I think we could infiltrate every school in the country with this project and get exciting results, just as I've seen happen in the 2 years we've been doing it here in Oakland, California. So this book is available on Amazon.com or from its publishers, Copper House, out of Western Canada. The A Project, Reinventing Education, Reinventing the Human. Thanks for listening.